This is Brandon from the Helio sequence, and you're watching 101.9 KINK Radio in the Skype Live studio.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
It's good to have you back here. I believe we've had you here once before, maybe a couple of years ago.
On this very stage, yeah.
On this very stage. So last night, I think you guys did a in-store in Music Millennium. How'd that go?
It was great. That's another place we've had the pleasure of playing many times. That may have been our fifth.
Oh, nice.
Maybe sixth in-store there, and it was great.
Nice. So this is kind of a little promotional tour, I think, before the tour kicks off. I think it's June 3rd in Boise.
June 3rd, yeah, and we have something like 35, 37 dates or something ahead of us before August when we come back and play Music Fest Northwest in Portland.
That's right.
On the 23rd.
Which will be awesome. So this is your sixth studio record?
Sixth, yeah.
But it's the first self-titled.
It is, yeah.
And we all read into that and go, hey, what does that mean? Only now you're self-titling it? Is it a reset for you?
Well, I mean, every album's a reset, really. I mean, you go into it, you can't ever really decide what you're going to do. The reason why we self-titled it, though, wasn't so much as, some declaration of, like, this is the new Helio sequence. It was actually quite the opposite. We've been doing this now for, almost 20 years. And this time was a little bit different. We went into it and recorded as many songs as we could in 1 month. And then 10 of them ended up on the record. And it was when we were actually sitting back and listening to all of those songs that we realized it was just there was so much Helio sequence there. All these things that we've done over the years, stuff we kind of pulled up that was formative to our band, influences, just things that kind of seep out. And it felt really, really connected to our identity as musicians. And that's why it's just called the Helio sequence.
I was reading about the 20, so what is it? The 20 song game, which was new to me. Benjamin?
Well, yeah. We have some friends that it's you try to record 20 songs in a day, and then everyone gets, multiple people doing this, and you get together and you have pizza and beers and you all listen to what everyone else did. And so we were setting up to do the 20 song game with some friends, and we recorded one little demo, like just to test it out and make sure everything was working. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like, playing together and like let's do another one. And then next thing we knew, like a couple days later, we're like, sorry guys, we're not going to play a 20 song game. We're actually in the middle of recording a record right now.
We decided to play the as many songs as you can write game in a certain amount of time. So 1 month, there were probably 50 things that were close to songs, but 26 we were comfortable enough to call, at least finished demos, and giving those out to all of our friends, family, and we were so close to it at that point. After being in the studio.
10 songs on the album are actually, we had everyone vote on their favorite songs.
Oh, wow.
So the 10 songs are actually just the highest voted songs of those 26.
Yeah, so 2 of our favorites didn't even make it on the record.
Oh.
They were 22 and 24, I think, out of 26.
That sounds like perfect songs for B-sides coming up, probably.
Exactly.
You and I had a quick second backstage. We were both sort of tricked. We thought that Bob Dylan was the last musical guest on Letterman, but it ended up being actually the Foo Fighters last night instead of...
they're similar, right? Bob Dylan, Foo Fighters, long legacy, deep songs.
Who would you have... if you were the music director for Letterman, who would you have...
I think Bob Dylan's a pretty good pick.
That's...
I gotta say. I mean, can't really do any better than that.
Yeah, that's true. And a lot of they were rolling out new songs. Tom Waits, I think, played a new song.
Or Tom Waits and Bob Dylan together. That would have been really cool.
So I meant to ask you earlier when we were talking about Music Millennium. Did you buy any records while you were there?
I almost bought a record. I'm trying to stop myself these days.
Currently on a no. Sometimes some people call it black crack.
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta watch out. There's something about the motion of flipping
head.
through a bin that I think is as much physically addictive as it is. It's very different than like clicking. It's fun to buy music online.
I had an eBay problem for a while.
You're right. Okay, clicking can get you too. You're right. I think music is it's really addictive.
Well, we do something on the morning show we call Can't Stop Listening, and we've asked, authors and politicians and musicians what new music they're really digging. So hashtag Can't Stop Listening.
It's been a lot of stuff lately. Actually, I was surprised. I started listening to that Kendrick Lamar record, and that kind of blew me away. And the new Lower Dens record is really good. A band Pure X. that I just heard
X.
randomly. You know, I'm the one walking around in like a store with like Shazam,
What
like
is this?
looking for a speaker, and I have no shame about it anymore because I find really good stuff that way. So I happen to be clothes shopping and I found Pure X. So good job.
Wow. See, isn't that interesting? Now there's so much music to be
Yeah.
found. I found it's like, the Wall Street Journal has a great music blog now.
Yeah.
It's really
There are
interesting.
compilations, any company, it'll be like the Nabisco compilation. You're like, wow, there's some cool stuff on here. It's like you never know what you're gonna get.
Well, I'm enjoying that you're less electronics and more live cello with a friend. You've gone from duo to power trio.
Yeah, that's the first time ever. We've never had a bassist. You know, this is the closest we've come to. You have some. They're like kind of bass strings, you would say, right? Yeah, low end.
Well, we're really glad you're here. We want to hear some more music here in the Skype Live studio. Please give it up for the Helio sequence.